Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from The Guardian. Now this was published on the 25th of December, written by Oliver Millman, and when I saw this I said, yeah, I have to do a video on this one because this is from my neck of the woods, being from New England, being from New Hampshire. I mean, Massachusetts is, a border state. People try to say California leads the way and, like Massachusetts, will say like kind of take cues from them or will follow or whatever. And I've tried to explain to people that Massachusetts likes to lead the way too. It's like a hold my beer off between California and New Hampshire. I mean, California, Massachusetts. I don't know why I just said New Hampshire. But anyway, and it really is a beer off. Like you'll see times when Massachusetts goes to California, hey, hold my beer. And then California goes, no, hold my beer. And this is one of those times where Massachusetts has done that. I mean, look at the title. Massachusetts City to post climate change warning stickers at gas stations. Bright yellow stickers warn drivers burning of gasoline has major consequences on human health and the environment. Yep. Except the city of Cambridge is putting these yellow stickers down here over on the left, which, I wanted to get a bigger copy of them, but yeah, this is what they're going to be putting on gas pumps. So anyway, let's look at the article here. Because, we need more nannying from the bureaucrats and other, city officials and state officials and stuff like that. And the irony of this whole thing is anyone who's been to Cambridge can tell you there aren't a lot of gas stations generally around there because they don't like having gas stations in their little hoity-toity little, city that's basically part of Boston that they like to claim as their own because they have like MIT and shit in it. Yeah, finding a gas station in Cambridge itself, good luck. They don't tell you that, though. They're going to put signs on the gas stations, but there aren't many of them there. Cambridge, Massachusetts has become the first city in the U.S. to mandate the placing of stickers on fuel pumps to warn drivers of the resulting dangers posed by the climate crisis. Because, it isn't enough to inundate them with the propaganda and the bullshit, day in and day out in their lives. Every little place that you possibly can, except for, say, the gas station. We need to put it there, too. Come on now. I mean, this is a little ridiculous. The final design of the bright yellow stickers shared with The Guardian includes text that warn drivers the burning of gasoline, diesel, and ethanol has major consequences on human health and the environment, including contributing to climate change. Oh, no! Oh, no, not that. The stickers will be placed on all fuel pumps in Cambridge, which is situated near Boston and is the home of Harvard University. I mean, they're also the home of MIT, but let's just ignore that. Harvard University, fairly soon, once they are received from printers, a city spokesman confirmed. I mean, when you have Harvard and MIT in your city, even though you're basically a part of Boston at this point, I mean, people look at Cambridge and look at it as like the idea of how you've got New York City and you got the Bronx and shit like that. That's how they look at Cambridge. But because they're so hoity-toity, we're a separate city. We've got MIT. We've got Harvard. Seriously, that's how they are. And yeah, it's a very wealthy community. They don't like gas pumps in their wealthy community because they mess up the landscape. They don't want gas stations there to begin with. The city of Cambridge is working hard with our community to fight climate change, the spokesman added. The gas pump stickers will remind drivers to think about climate change and hopefully consider non-polluting options. Well, considering you have the T, buses, things like that in Cambridge, why aren't they using them? Because they like their cars, so now you're going to propagandize them while they're pumping gas. You're going to try browbeating them while they're putting gas in their cars. Oh, you got to love these useful tools on the left here. And I mean tools not in the sense of like they're being used like, say, a wrench or a screwdriver. They are tools themselves in the other context. Oish. The placement of the stickers follows an ordinance passed by Cambridge in January. The city has a target of slashing planet heating emissions by 80% and offsetting the remainder by 2050, making it carbon neutral. Like Cambridge doing this is going to do anything. This is about virtue signaling. Cambridge doing this isn't going to do shit. at all. Ain't going to do a goddamn thing, any of this. Because, yeah, they're doing it, but what about, all the surrounding communities? What about the bordering states? What about the rest of the states in the nation? What about countries like India and China? This is pure virtue signaling. Nothing more, nothing less. Transportation, primarily the use of cars and trucks, is responsible for more than a quarter of U.S. emissions, but there has been scant success in weaning Americans off their predilection for large, energy-intensive vehicles. I love this, predilection. The idea of using the term predilection, okay, is like the idea of talking about a fucking pervert, you sleazy bastards. Okay? Like, it's like talking about a kid diddler and their predilection for children, to show you the type of idea of how they're trying to push it. They're trying to attack and make Americans who have cars sound like they're fucking kid diddlers to an extent. I mean, not exactly, but you know what I mean by using predilection. That's the intent of what they're doing. It's like the idea of it's a vile, morally reprehensible thing. You know what, Guardian? Worry about the shit going on in your fucking country. Go worry about the stuff going on in the UK, you sleazy, sleazy people. Okay? Why aren't you calling out the grooming gangs in the UK? No, you've got better things to do. Freaking shame Americans for having cars. Ignore the grooming gangs in the UK while shaming Americans about owning cars. Trying to make it sound like, what they're doing by owning them is morally reprehensible by saying their predilection for, how did you put it exactly? I'm sorry. For energy-intensive vehicles. Screw you. Indeed, a boom in SUV sales in the U.S. threatens to cause a surge in emissions if national fuel efficiency standards are not tightened further. So basically what they want is they want another situation where gas prices skyrocket and soar to where you have all these people turning in trucks and SUVs and everything else, which is going to create more waste, is going to create more emissions because you're going to have to find a way to destroy, get rid of these vehicles through recycling and landfill with some of the components and everything else. So you're going to create more pollution because you're going to force people to go and buy, quote unquote, more fuel efficient vehicles. These people don't think shit through. They really don't. These people are freaking retarded. Warning labels similar to Cambridge's are already found in Sweden, although an effort to do likewise in Berkeley, California was unsuccessful. Yep, so Massachusetts said, Cambridge said, let me, hey, Berkeley, because the funny thing is you can kind of equate Berkeley and Cambridge on some levels to be similar on the note of prestigious college university type situation, affluent communities, things like that. So Berkeley failed at this and Cambridge went, hey, Berkeley, hold my beer. Or actually it'd be more like, hey, Berkeley, hold my beer. Hold my beer, Berkeley. I'm going to go park the car in Harvard Yard. So hold my beer. I'm going to go get gas in Harvard Yard. I'm going to go park the car there. I'm going to go get gas. I'm going to put a sign up, okay, while you're holding my beer. That shames people into thinking about how evil they are. We're going to equate them to like kid diddlers, people with like predilections, We're going to show you people. When they go to the bar and on their way in, they stop at the gas pump, they're going to be made, be conditioned to believe that they're evil people. I went in and out of my Boston accent. In order for me to sound like I'm from the area, I got to be like full on ape shit pissed for me not to say my ahs and sound like I'm from fucking New England. Well, like the idea, because Boston's accent permeates into New Hampshire and South and stuff like that. It kind of does. It's like it spreads like cancer. But yeah, that's what they're doing. They're like, hey, Berkeley, hold my beer. Seriously. The simple text of the warning stickers is relatively staid compared to versions envisioned by climate campaigners. In a legal complaint lodged against oil giant BP, the environmental nonprofit Client Earth included mock-ups that showed a forest on fire with a stark list of the disastrous impacts caused by global heating. You know, it's funny. They throw the whole like forest fire thing in, and they ignore the fact that, controlled burns and other like mitigation things have, I don't want to say schemes because then they could get twisted, but mitigation schemes, to prevent forest fires, besides the controlled burns, cleaning out the underbrush, stuff like that. They ignore those things, not taking place and contributing to these forest fires. They go, oh, climate change. And now it's global heating. So we went from global warming to climate change to global heating. So we've gone full circle. They just renamed it. Oh, God. More graphic, visceral warnings would influence people in a way that confronting pictures of gum disease and heart failure on cigarette packets forced many to acknowledge the harm of health-caused tobacco. I'm sorry, I can't say that without laughing. To acknowledge the harm to health caused tobacco. All right. On cigarette packets, first off, it's cigarette packs, you dumb shit. You can tell this guy's never fucking smoked a cigarette in his life. As a former smoker, it's cigarette packs. They're not called packets. Oh, let me translate this idiot shit here. Give me a second. Okay. More graphic, visceral warnings would influence people in a way that confronting pictures of gum disease and heart failure on cigarette packs forced many to acknowledge the harm to health tobacco caused, not caused tobacco. Wow, did this dipshit proofread his article before he sent it to The Guardian? Did their editor proofread it? But anyway, harm to health, tobacco caused, advocates say. Well, the funny thing is those things didn't do shit. Those things did not do a damn thing. All right. Like, I love how so many people have quit because of, say, vaping. And these advocates, they demonize vaping. They try to claim it's because of their bullshit, and they try to get vaping banned. So I'm not going to listen to these people, because as someone who was a former smoker, who hasn't had a cigarette in like 7 years because of vaping, all right, am I breathing? No, I'm not labored. I breathe fine. I'm in good health. So, yeah, it didn't work, because they talked about that here in the U.S. They made the warnings even worse. They tried the pictures in Europe. It did not work. What happens is it gets so cost prohibitive that you'll have those people who keep paying, but then you'll have the people that go, well, shit, I should probably find something cheaper. Or you have the people that go, and decide for themselves, not because of those damn pictures or anything, but decide for themselves it's time to quit. I was one of those people, even though I loved smoking, I still probably would love smoking. But I've made a conscious choice because I said, you know what? I smoked half my life at this point, or over half my life. I need a change. And it wasn't any of these things that they claim caused people to stop smoking. For most people, it was none of those things. But they think that a failed way to get people to quit smoking adapted to climate change is going to work. Hey. These people are idiots. They truly are idiots. Jamie Brooks of the campaign group Beyond the Pump said he pushed for warning texts that read, continuing to burn gasoline or diesel worsens the climate emergency, with major projected impacts on your health increasing over time. Seriously? Wow, these people are seriously retarded. Labels are designed to create a feeling like someone has broken a rule or violated a law, Brooks said. This feeling, along with increased social pressure, like smoking labels, can translate to a collapse in trust for the current system, thereby increasing the public appetite for alternatives. Bull freaking shit. So basically, what he's saying is we should be browbeating you, and we should make it seem like you're breaking a law, okay, in order to get you to stop driving your car. Oh, sorry. Let me go Bostonian like New England here. You want us to stop driving our cars. You don't want us parking our cars in Harvard Yard. You don't want us driving our cars, period. You don't want us doing anything, that you don't deem as acceptable. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. That Boston enough for you? Huh? Yeah, anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.